I kid you not. Very few people speak about how messy it is to move from your average life to your dream life. Hi, YouTube. I am Sam, and welcome to my humble abode. I'm so happy to meet you today. And today, I'm
Oh
going to
gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this video.
give you guys an example. Last year, I decided to start my YouTube channel, and it was not an easy journey at all. I faced a lot of challenges physically, emotionally. It was a very daunting process for me. I really salute the YouTubers that find it easy and they just post like less than 6 videos, and then they already have a channel that is blown up. And I admire you guys. I wish that one day God can give me that blessing. Um, but yeah, for myself, that wasn't my journey, and that's something that I had to acknowledge that, hey, Sam, you're not that person who happened to have an overnight success in less than a month or in 6 months. Mine, it's crawling over like, oh, I'm already over a year and I've had this channel. And the reason why I just want to acknowledge all the work that I put in last year is because, yes, the idea of starting a YouTube channel itself was very, very difficult. Especially because of the reason why I wanted to do YouTube. So, being very few people actually speak about how messy it is to transition from an average life to the life of your dreams. Like that road, that process is absolutely not a child's play. So, I'm going to share my journey with you about how I am doing so far. So, this year, 2025, I decided to drastically change my life, like drastically, because I realized that the only person that was hindering me from accelerating as fast as I needed to was myself. So, one thing that is seldom spoken about when it comes to these videos about how to create your dream life is actually how people tend to build that expectation based on unhealthy standards. So, that's usually what leads to a lot of failures when someone ends up not being able to keep up with their expectations of how that year is supposed to go when someone is not able to build that dream life and then they relapse to their old life. It's all usually rooted in the fact that oftentimes what drives us to build that dream life is not healthy reasons, right? They're not healthy reasons. I'll give you an example. One of the biggest driving factor is often the inner critic that we all have. It's like this overpowering judge that we all have right inside us, the very loud voice that sets the tone and the standard of what it is that you're supposed to achieve, what it is that you're supposed to do, how it's supposed to be done. If that inner critic is the one that is deciding and defining what success is, then you are in trouble. I promise you, you are in big trouble because the standards that our inner critic sets for what is acceptable, what success looks like, it's often unhealthy standards and unhealthy expectations completely, like utterly. So if you now try to achieve that, the outcome is inevitably going to be failure because it's already unhealthy standards. So how can you expect yourself to succeed when the goalpost will keep changing and when the goal is actually unrealistic? So, for everybody out there that is working on building your dream life, my question to you is, who is driving that standard that you've set for yourself that this is where I should be? Is it the healthy version of you, or is it the unhealed version of you, or your insecurities that are driving that? So, there's no problem with being inspired by your insecurities to achieve a better life, but where the problem comes is when those insecurities force you to have a very unattainable standard based on what you think you should be or where you think you should be. So instead of actually viewing and appreciating yourself, you will start to constantly criticize yourself and you won't be able to see yourself properly. So you will start to view yourself in a distorted way. And as a result, nothing you do will ever be good enough in that journey. So the first thing that I'll share about is the importance of having a healthy foundation when building your dream life. So what does that look like? It looks like being able to define success in a very healthy way. And that means that you have to be able to understand where you are, right? Like what have I been able to do up until now? And am I proud of myself for being able to achieve the life that I've achieved up until now? Because I kid you not, if it was not for the strength that you have, the resilience that you have, you probably wouldn't have gotten where you are right now. So to undermine all of that just because you want some dream life that you haven't achieved yet, it's not fair because maybe where you are, that's the best that you could do with the resources that you had and maybe the challenges that you faced. So the first thing is to be able to actually acknowledge and have a deep respect for the life that you've managed to live up until now. So yes, I've said that how I've managed to live my average life to transitioning into my dream life in this video. But the main point is that you can only call it an average life when you realize that actually I'm downplaying myself. I'm not doing my best. But if you know that where you are, you really tried. then that is absolutely good. It's good to respect how far you've come and how far you've managed to achieve the goals that you have, right? So once you start building your dream life from that place of appreciation, it makes a world of a difference. So I'll give you guys an example. Last year, I decided to start my YouTube channel, and it was not an easy journey at all. I faced a lot of challenges physically, emotionally. It was a very daunting process for me. I really salute the YouTubers that find it easy and they just post like less than 6 videos, and then they already have a channel that is blown up. And I admire you guys. I wish that one day God can give me that blessing. Um, but yeah, for myself, that wasn't my journey, and that's something that I had to acknowledge that, hey, Sam, you're not that person who happened to have an overnight success in less than a month or in 6 months. Mine, it's crawling over like, oh, I'm already over a year and I've had this channel. And the reason why I just want to acknowledge all the work that I put in last year is because, yes, the idea of starting a YouTube channel itself was very, very difficult. Especially because of the reason why I wanted to do YouTube. So being someone that lost their parents when I was very young, like I lost my dad when I was 6 years old, and I lost my mom from a car accident when I was 11 years old. So I grew up having to like parent myself, teach myself about life, and I am where I am today because of God and a lot of self leadership, right? So I'm absolutely proud of what I've managed to achieve. A lot of privileges that people have, I didn't have them. So to be able to create the life that I have, to tell myself that I'm going to go to a foreign country and I'm going to be able to get a job that I want, the job that I want. I'm going to live in the best location in that country, and I am going to manifest a beautiful apartment. And to be able to do all of that in a very short space of time, that to me was really something that I absolutely am thankful for. So being able to recognize those milestones that, hey, you're actually doing extremely well is very, very crucial. So as you're building your dream life, please respect your current life. And then once you appreciate what you've done well, then you can set a very clearly defined standard of what would success look like in the following year. So for example, for myself for 2025, I've told myself that, okay, thank God I managed to manifest my dream apartment, and I live in a really cool neighborhood, and I have exactly what I wanted to have, which is the beauty of building a dream life. Like, you have to define exactly what you want. Being specific is so, so important because it will protect you from things that you are not actually supposed to be for you. So for instance, before I stayed here, I had a lot of my friends saying, "Hey, why don't you just take this apartment? Why don't you?" I was like, "I don't want to live there. I don't want to live there. I don't want that apartment. There's a specific apartment I have in mind. It's like this. It's got stairs. It's got." I was very specific about what I wanted. And I'm sure I sounded like she's crazy when I was telling them. But in my heart, I kept praying and I kept looking for it. And actually, when that apartment manifested, it was, I didn't expect that it would manifest that quickly. It happened so suddenly. And I moved out before I was even ready to move out. And it wasn't easy. But yeah, I was just like, no, it's that one. And I wasn't ready for it. So I was just like, oh gosh, oh, I'm going to use up all my savings. I'm not prepared for this. But yeah, I just took that leap of faith, and then I had it. And then once I had it, and I stayed there for a few months, and I was really like, okay, my my go-getter Sam kicked in, and I was just like, okay, God, I've managed to manifest this by your grace, but now I really want to move on to something bigger. I want my own house. I want it to be beautiful. I want to manifest it in a year. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I know that if I put my heart to it, I can do it, because you've already shown me that I can do it before. Whenever I put my mind and my heart to something, it always ends up manifesting. Because here's the beauty about building your dream life, and when you're very specific, what happens is that you start really channeling your energy towards manifesting that specific things. So a lot of ideas that are going to help you manifest that life are going to start flooding in, and you'll start being aware of resources that are around you to help you create that dream into a reality. So that's why it's important to be very clear, to be time specific as well, so that you don't end up procrastinating, you don't end up playing small, you don't end up like putting average effort, but you can actually be very consistent in putting very, very clearly defined amount of hours into what you need to create at a specific time. Yeah. So let's start with how I managed to manifest to YouTube. So you're my first 1,000 subscribers. I see now it's growing. But yeah, just how I managed to get the current number of subscribers I have. Yo, the journey was not a ride in the park. It was not easy at all. Like I said before, I wasn't one of those YouTubers that just easily blew up on YouTube. I actually initially thought that maybe I would have a lot of support from my family and friends, but surprisingly, that wasn't really the case. I got a little bit of support from friends, guys. No, I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm so grateful if my friends have been supporting me. But I just want to say, out of 100%, I'd actually say about 5% of my friends supported me, and 95% of the support that I got in growing my channel was actually from strangers, like people from the internet. Yeah, like I'm so grateful. Like it just felt like God just sent strangers and they were just like, okay, we're gonna help you out, girl. So I'm so grateful to everybody out there who really put in the effort to help this channel to grow. And what also worked for me, this is just for uh you YouTubers or aspiring YouTubers that want to grow their channel. So what worked for me, if you're also like really wanting to hit that 1000K subscribers, is Instagram. So for me, like I said, a lot of the subscribers I had to manually work for them. I literally promoted my channel on Instagram, and most of my Instagram followers are actually people I don't really know well, but they were very sweet and they were like, yeah, yeah, sure, we'll support you. So they actually pushed for the growth of the channel. And what also helped was shorts. So currently, it's something that I actually discovered recently, that if you post a lot of shorts, like it seems like YouTube has this trend where it's pushing shorts. So you can also get a lot of subscribers a day. I remember there was a day I actually got 50 subscribers in one go in a few hours, and I was very surprised. And all of them were from one shot. So I was just like, oh my goodness, this is this is new. So that's when I realized that, oh, okay, so there are a lot of opportunities to grow. All you have to do is to keep an open heart and keep learning and learning and learning. So that was for YouTube. And the reason why I started this channel was to really be grounded in my voice, to really strengthen my voice. Because growing up, I felt like I was someone that just got silenced by life, you know, the different challenges that we go through. And some people respond to adversity and pain by being rude and loud. Other people respond to adversity and pain by being wise. Other people respond by just being silent. So I turned out to be the silent girl that lost her voice, and I couldn't actually relate to myself because I was just like, wow, God gifted me with so much intelligence, but then why is it that I can't see myself? So I really wanted to win back my voice. I wanted to be able to share a lot of wisdom that God has allowed me to acquire through learning psychology, psychotherapy, and a lot of life lessons from my own personal experiences as well. So yeah, I just felt like I care deeply about people, and why should I not reach out to them? I have to. So YouTube was my platform to really reach out to the global audience and be able to shine the little bit of light and encouragement that I have to just inspire you guys to attain your goals and let you know that it is possible. Because oftentimes we as human beings, we live the majority of our lives listening to our very mean inner critic. So my vision is to silence that voice as quickly as possible and help as many people as I can reach, as this channel can reach, to be motivated and to help you guys really believe in yourself and find the solutions, practical solutions to a lot of life challenges that we face. So when it comes to 2025, I told myself that I no longer want to be self-employed. And the reason, sorry, oh boy, when it comes to 2025, I told myself that I no longer want to work for anybody. I want to be self-employed. So I am a ghostwriter. So I have seen myself make a lot of people millionaires. And I've written close to 100 books, and all of that in less than 2 years. And I've seen them become bestsellers. I've seen how I've managed to really elevate other people's lives. So when I looked at myself, I was like, these guys' lives, they are improving because of this brain. Why can I not use this brain to improve my own life as well? So my goal is to ultimately really write a lot of books for myself and be able to promote them. And social media, I believe, will also help me to push out those books as well. And obviously, when it comes to self employment, you have to have multiple sources of income. So I do have a plan as well to venture into different online opportunities for diversifying my income. I want to try drop shipping. Hey, I want to try multiple things. This is actually my vision board, and I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. Some are physical, some are spiritual, some are health related, some are hobbies. So I just want to achieve this well rounded life that I can, you know, go to bed and be like, I'm so proud of myself. So when it comes to building your dream life, it's important not to only focus on the outcome of, okay, I've achieved everything. It's important to really recognize the milestones and look at your graph and be like, okay, we're here. We need to celebrate how far we've come. And that makes your whole life a beautiful journey. So I just want to say to everybody out there who's pushing for building the life of your dreams, please do not judge yourself. Do not be that person who feels like they're not good enough until they achieve everything on their vision board. That is madness, insanity. Don't do that to yourself, because the danger of doing that to yourself is that if you treat yourself that way, then you drive that energy outwardly as well, and people will also start to treat you like you're not good enough, even though you might have achieved so many things. But because that's the energy you'll be exerting externally, then people pick that up and they also like reflect back that energy that, oh, you're not good enough. It's very important to always know that even before I achieve all these things on my vision board, I am still very much a valuable person. I'm still proud of myself. I'm so flipping enough. And Everything that I attain from now, I attain it because I love myself and I can do it, not necessarily because that thing, attaining that thing is what's going to make me, like enough. So, oh, that is such a profound lesson. I really hope everybody will take it on board. And for content creators, guys, let us support each other. So if you're a content creator and you have a YouTube channel, please do drop your channel name in the comment section. The name of your channel, not only that, but also please make sure that you describe what your channel is about in just a few lines so that the people that read those comments can specifically pick the channel that resonates with them, because it's important to have subscribers that actually watch your content. So make sure that you do only subscribe to the channels that you will watch, that you are interested in, because at least that way you won't harm the other person's channel by not watching their content, and then YouTube interprets that as okay, now this content is not, liked or needed by the audience. So that's that. And something that I want to wrap up this video by saying is that, guys, when it comes to building your dream life, you have to actually have set rules for yourself. Like, you have to have a routine. So what worked for me is, for example, giving myself a rule that 5 a.m. you need to get up. You need to get up. Your day has to start at 5 a.m. I need to have time to meditate and pray before I start my day. I need to really make sure that I run my life on a good foundation each and every single day. 6 a.m. I'm on my knees, I'm praying. And after that, my day has already started. The only time I'm allowed to sleep maybe until 7, 8 a.m. is like weekends or maybe a Wednesday. But even then, my body is so accustomed to waking up early. So I just found myself waking up at the same time. So that has helped me to have a lot more hours. So even though I'm still working at my full time job, I'm able to still have a lot of hours during the day where I can invest in my own career. So when it comes to quitting, don't just quit your job before you have a plan. Make sure that you have uh, an emergency fund. Make sure that you have savings. Make sure that you are investing in that dream job that you want to have, whilst you still have this other job, that will help you to just pay the bills and keep afloat. And once you see that, okay, like my multiple sources of income are running and money is now working for me, then you can successfully just quit that other job. So that's the plan, guys. Next year, we're not going to be working for nobody. Mm-mm. Something that I also manifested, or I forgot to tell you guys, is actually this job, being a writer. And when I started, I had a lot of imposter syndrome because I do not have a degree in creative writing. So I was just like, oh my goodness, I am in this industry with the gurus of writers, like the people that write all the novels that you guys read, screenplays, like the scripts for the movies, and yeah, guys, many things that you guys are watching. They are people that are working hard in the background to produce that content, and the self-help books, the different issues, non-fiction, fiction. So I was surrounded by all these super intelligent people, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I study psychology and psychotherapy and business management. How am I going to find myself in succeeding in this literature world and creative writing world? But thankfully, by the grace of God, I was able to make it. So initially, the journey wasn't easy. When I started, I just thought it was about the art of writing. So I know how to weave ideas together. I'm very good at that. But I realized it's not that easy. So I just went with that confidence of thinking, yeah, man, I got this. And then it turned out there's actually a lot to writing. There's a science to it. There are guidelines and rules and all these style guides that you need to master with a lot of specifications of what needs to be done. And there's just a lot of rules that you need to follow many things. So I didn't study that. So I immediately got demoted at work, and I was just like, ugh, was very sad. But what I did was to find the sharks in that industry, and I asked them, what do you do and how do you do it? So I got to study exactly what they do and how they do it. And I also took on board the feedback that the editors were giving me. And before you know it, in less than 1 month, this is a real life story, I got promoted twice. And after 2 months, I got to the highest tier, which is the premium tier. And I'm still in that tier, meaning that I am the best of the best, baby. It was really a success that I credit to God, because I, I just kept having this encouragement, that reminder that, yeah, but like, you're God's child, you can do anything. And I was like, yeah, I can do anything. And I also put in the work. I put in the work. I asked questions. I was willing to humble myself. I was willing to ask, questions that some people might feel like even embarrassed to ask, but I asked questions, and before you know it, I got those promotions, and now I am super verified, certified, and everything. I got all kinds of accolades there, and I was just like, I did so well for myself, and I'm absolutely proud. So, when it comes to even manifesting that promotion, being the premium writer, It's something that I manifested. I told myself I am going to be that, and I gave myself a time frame. I said by this time I need to be promoted to this specific tier. And actually, I got promoted to that tier way earlier than the time that I'd set. So when it comes to building a dream life, be specific, right? Be specific. If there's one thing you take away from this video, take away the fact that you have to be specific. And if there's two things that you take away from this video, take away the fact that don't set your standard of what your dream life is based on what your inner critic is telling you, because that internalized standard that is faulty and distorted will kill you. It will make you to lose your self-esteem. It will make you to lose your confidence, and you will always feel like you're a chronic failure because you won't be able to attain that dream life that is unreasonable that you might have set for yourself. So rather give yourself attainable goals and then build up from there. Once you attain that goal, then you can tell yourself that I'm going to achieve this next. So when it comes to actually like living my job, I know that it's something that I'll be able to do very soon because I'm doing really well at building up myself career wise, and set a goal. Set a goal. And there are dips, guys. It's not always going to be easy. I have times, especially with YouTube, when you see other channels easily blowing up and you're like, hey, what? So those are the times that I'll feel discouraged and I'll be like, oh God, I'm tired. I'm tired. I put out so many hours to edit this content. I put out so much valuable content. Why, God? Why is it taking so long? So you will face those moments. You're not alone. If you've ever faced them, you definitely will face those moments. But just remember that no matter what happens, never quit. Do not quit. I kid you not. When you bet on yourself and you tell yourself that I will not give up on myself, the universe will conspire for you. God will help you and He will send you strangers like you guys that are very, very sweet and supportive. So I promise you, you will get your support. If you're not getting your support from your loved ones at home or your friends, it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. That happens sometimes in life. But just know that there's somebody out there who's like you. And if you dare to just jump in and take that leap, they will be inspired by you and they will support you. So let's support each other. Okay. So I want to document my journey this year of how I've managed to achieve everything on my vision board. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you guys see some videos of real life snippets of when I'll actually be going through the different highs and lows of trying to achieve my goals. The times when you wake up and you don't feel motivated to do anything. The times when I stay up all night up just studying or researching or working on videos. I will show you guys all of that so that you don't just assume that success is just it's a given. It's a lot of work that you put in. But the last words that I'll leave you guys is that if you do your best, I promise you, your reward is inevitable. Whatever we sow, we will reap. I don't know, life has a way of always rewarding people that really do their best. People can sense it. So even if you put out content like this and you're very authentic and you really do your best, people will feel that and they will support you. So all you have to do is to do your best, right? And trust me, you will get the results. I hope this video was inspiring. Do set your goals. If you don't set a goal, you will be where you are right now next year. I set a goal to be in this apartment that I'm in last year, and I wasn't in here, and I'm here, right here. Because I set that goal and I never gave up on it. And as I'm telling you, my next goal is to build a mansion, to buy a mansion. I don't know if I still want to build it or buy it. I'm still deciding. But I'm going to shoot another video in my mansion, okay? I will shoot it and I will show it to you guys because that is what I have my eye on. And whatever I have my eye on, I will get. But more than that, more than external success, let's also remember to build your dream self because by you healing, you being that person who's able to face whatever you used to run away from in life, that version of yourself, the healed version of yourself, is the version of you that will manifest your dream life. So try not to do it like externally in, like trying to achieve success externally in, it really doesn't work. So rather work on having internal success, addressing what needs to be addressed inside, and then naturally your life is going to start reflecting that success back to you. You can do it. This is the way other people have done it. There's no reason why you can do it. Thank you for watching. I want to see you in the next video. So if you care to subscribe, I hope you do so. And I hope that you can also leave a comment because I want to hear from you. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.